Fucking CBG is fucking tough as fuck, bro. Alright, how do we look? Alright, we're good, dude. Alright, what's up? This is Hawkins from the Yo Be Awesome podcast. We have Matt. I don't know how to say your name. I'm going to say Kainoa.
Kainoa is my middle name.
Kainoa?
Yeah, Kainoa. Hawaiian. Yeah.
This is a Hawaiian guy.
Yeah.
So let's hear about you. Tell us about yourself.
Yeah. My name is Matt. I'm the founder of Moku. That's what I'm working on now, and I've been working on for the last 7 years.
7 years?
But it's a jerky made from king oyster mushrooms.
King oyster mushrooms?
Yeah. So instead of beef jerky, we take king oyster mushrooms, do a 3-step cooking process with marinade, and then we dry it, and we make a tender, savory jerky.
Coconut aminos.
Yeah, so it's soy-free, gluten-free.
Yeah. Tomato paste, chickpea miso. Pineapple juice.
Yeah.
Tang.
Yeah.
Fucking tang, dude.
Yeah, we use natural sweeteners, maple syrup, pineapple juice, coconut aminos instead of
Great.
sugar alternatives, kind of like you guys.
You try.
Yeah.
And you got some organic stuff in here. Tex Moku. I like that.
This is a nice little package right here.
I've actually seen your stuff in stores, just like random independent stores and stuff. Like, you're out there.
We're out there, yeah.
So 6 grams of protein, and there's 2 servings. So you got 12
grams of protein, just like a little yogi.
A lot more fiber.
A lot more fiber? How much fiber, dude?
9 grams of fiber.
9 grams? We're pretty high right now.
Yeah, you guys got both. Good amount of both.
Yeah, he's done some research on it, dude.
I'm nervous. I'm like here looking at it, like, what's in this thing? Anyways,
okay.
let's just like
hang out for a minute and we'll talk about, like, 'cause talking about business is like,
serious.
It's so like, oh yeah, like this is what's in my, oh, you got more fire than me, like fuck you, like, you know, or whatever.
Yeah. So you're from Hawaii, right?
From Oahu.
Oahu?
Born and raised.
What part?
South Shore, Hawaii.
South Shore. Okay. So you're like near like Honolulu.
Yeah,
more
Honolulu,
of that side.
kind of where Sandy
There's that
Beach
mountain
is.
thing or whatever.
Cocoa Head.
Yeah, it's like the King Mountain. You know, like if you're in Honolulu, you see that little mountain.
Diamond Head.
Diamond Head, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't go down there.
Laos.
I mean, I went surfing down. I mean, there's some good waves even in that beach break down. You know, I don't know where all the hotels are.
Waikiki?
And when you go south, Waikiki, you go south. Yeah. Anyways, there's good waves everywhere.
There's good waves all over Oahu.
Yeah.
Great place to grow up.
Yeah.
Did a lot of surfing, a lot of outdoor stuff.
Do you know Chance King? Chase King?
I do know a Chase.
He's a big wave surfer.
Oh no.
He's in Haleiwa. He's fucking gnarly, dude.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many good surfers on the North Shore.
Yeah,
and the South Shore, but I grew up on the South Shore, so.
Okay, so.
It's still like an hour and a half away to get to the North Shore, so I'm mostly stuck on the South Shore.
Yeah, you have to go through all the pineapple farms.
Yeah.
Dole.
Yeah.
Dole Plantation.
I don't think they're there anymore.
I think they don't like that history, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you like Dole bananas or whatever? Or are you kind of like, you see that and
I try to do the small farmer vibe.
No, but like in Hawaii, like the Dole, they kind of took over the land, right? The Dole hierarchy, right?
Yeah, they had, I mean, I don't know like the history of Dole, but they had like their maize on the North Shore.
Yeah.
And I think that's all gone. I don't know if they sold it or what.
I'm pretty sure like the Dole people came in, were like making all this money, and then they were like, yo, like, you're not really islanders anymore. Like, were the Dole like European taking over like the government, right? Didn't they were part of the Dole family was part of the reason like the government was, or the king was overthrown.
I think you're right.
And then I'm pretty sure he put them in some, like, he got a king to like accept his terms of like how trade and everything would be, and basically that was what led Hawaii to basically
be overthrown
and then become like a state in the United States.
Yeah, it's a very unfortunate history of colonialism and hostile takeover and tricking people and all of it.
I mean, I feel like it's kind of like human nature to a degree.
Unfortunately.
I think
I mean, it's happening all over.
I mean, obviously, like, aliens or whatever higher spiritual beings probably think that's not right, but, like, from our history, just over thousands of years, like, I mean, it's just kind of how it was. It's like, oh, your tribe there is, like, taking our resources. We want that.
Yeah, I mean, Hawaiians are very laid back, like, appreciate the day, nice people. So when you have a group that comes and sees an opportunity to take them over by manipulating them and, like, seeing them to gain something from them, then, of course, like, human nature, you're going to get taken over. So it's just unfortunate, like, island people around the world have been fucked over by colonialism. It's just part of...
Yeah.
It's
islanders everywhere.
Yeah.
For sure. And I mean, even, like, the Indians here, I mean, it's like... and I'm sure there's things like that happening now today.
Totally.
Right? Like,
yeah, totally.
Like Russia, Ukraine, I guess Gaza, like
It's happening right in plain sight.
If you have good technology, you can kind of push people around a little bit, unfortunately.
Like with visibility?
Technology.
How so?
Well, like, this podcast is going off rails, but I like that. It's like, Native Americans are throwing bow and arrows, and they were fucking great at it, right? But then when you come over here and you got muskets that shoot like 7 times as far, like, you can't get like it's a lot different, like, opportunity for the people with the muskets to say, hey, like, I'm gonna take this, and it's just I mean, it's just the way things were, and we're trying to change that. We hope if you eat some of this mushroom jerky, you won't be that way. But that's just a sad part of Hawaiian history that, like, I don't know, I remember, like, reading about because I was there, and, you know, it's like, the Hawaiians there are, like, kind of like, I don't want to say, I mean, they kind of feel like second-class citizens there, like,
I mean, all the
tourists,
all the best land has gone to, you know, rich European families that took over. Plantations and hotels. So, like, you feel the hostile energy when you're, especially on some of the outer islands where it's like there's a lot of tourists. You just feel like it doesn't feel right. But it's I think 80% or not 80%, but a big percentage of people work in hospitality. And it's just like you're kind of forced to work, and especially on the outer islands, you're forced to work in hospitality. There's just not much else going on.
What does the outer islands
even mean? Sorry.
I guess Oahu is the main island, or where most of the population is, and then every other island, I guess we refer to as the outer islands.
So, like, Hawaii and Maui,
Big Island, Maui, Kauai.
That's all outer island. Inner island guy right here. So, because Honolulu's in Oahu, right? And Waikiki. And so Honolulu's like the capital. Okay. Any Hawaiian history. So are you part Hawaiian? Like, you have, like, I guess
Hawaiian blood.
Hawaiian blood, is that means like Asiatic? It's probably not even a word.
Polynesian.
Like Polynesian. So you have Polynesian roots.
Yeah. My dad's side is Polynesian. Part Polynesian, part Hawaiian.
Okay. And what kind of what
tribe?
I mean, Hawaii. So, like, I don't know how, like, what island they came from before that, but
there's like Samoan, there's like...
Well, that's a different island. Tahiti, Fiji, Tonga.
Tongas, the Tongas have a crazy story. Anyways, we don't want to go there, but Tonga... There's a story about the Tongans when they meet the first white ship. That's pretty cool. That should be a movie. If you're a writer, write that movie.
Never heard of it.
Do you want to hear it, I guess? Let's say. So, like, the Tongans were in their little island doing their shit, eating their pork, fucking being awesome. There's the king.
Wait, eating their pork? Because
don't they, like...
Europeans brought pigs to that.
Really?
Yeah.
So, anyways, I don't know that history. I just know that now they eat a lot of, like...
So I went to USC for undergrad. I met a lot of Tongans and Samoans, and that's how I know the story.
I mean,
and I verified.
Pig is definitely prevalent in Hawaii and other islands there. Like, for food, but I don't think it was there.
Brought it there.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So I learned something.
I mean, yeah, like pigs.
I don't know if the guy brought the pigs or
Okay.
not. The pigs have nothing to do with the story. I'm just saying, like, he was eating big feasts, like he's the king, the land was fucking good, life is good, everything's good, and then like a big ship with white sails comes up. That's like a gnarly looking ship that they've never seen before because they're like on their different types of crafts. And then the guy like puts the anchor down. He like goes on to the island. And the king, the Tongan king, like introduces himself. He says, "I am the king of Tonga. What's up? Like, welcome to our island. And like, as a celebration for you to come here, we're gonna throw a feast." And so they threw a feast. The Tongans threw a feast for the white, I guess you'd call them imperialist or whatever. And so they got them all like fat. And like maybe there was some type of alcohol probably on the island. I'm assuming there was. Probably. And then all the I want to say Europeans. I was going to say white, but that sounds worse. But the Europeans went back on their ship, full belly, maybe a little drunk, and then all of a sudden, 4 a.m, the Tongans
Take their own boats. They're going to sneak attack onto the ship, and then they just murder everybody.
Really?
Yeah, they murder everybody except there was
One like
young 12-year-old boy that was on the ship that was European that reminded the king. I'm getting goosebumps talking about this. That reminded the king
of his own son, and he said, "Spare that man."
Wow. And so
the king did raise the 12-year-old
for like another like 16 years, or I'm embellishing, but like for a long time on Tongan as the son of the king. So a white European was like an
interesting
adopted son of the king, and he
killed his family and then just raised him.
I don't think his family was on the ship, but he killed everyone he knew.
And then he raised him and was like part of the Tongan culture. And it wasn't until like another like ship came, and I don't know if he like negotiated better terms or whatever, but like eventually he went back to Europe and like wrote a book about it, about his experience, because like he was like, he saw what the culture was like.
Yeah.
Like, for me, that sounds like a movie.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, maybe you, like, do it reverse, where it's, like, the guys in the eye, like, maybe you have the kid, sorry, now I'm, like, being too creative, but, like, maybe you have the kid being, like, taken by the king, by himself, into living with the family. Like, that would be the intro, right?
Yeah.
From the ship, the ocean, and then you see his life there, and then it flashes back to, like, the penultimate, like, the murder, the, like, because that's the adventure, that's, like, the, like, action. But, so, a lot of imperialism now in our, like, podcasts.
Well, like, it's real, like, I mean, this shit happened, but,
so, we're talking about
LA, so let's talk about LA. So, what do you think about LA?
LA is an interesting place. It's, like, a bunch of small towns, it's not, like, one vibe.
Yeah.
It's, like, 10 different towns, and they all are different. So that's one.
Okay.
It attracts.
What towns do you like though? Like,
I mean, I live in Venice. I wouldn't live here if I didn't like it. I like the east side, like Silver Lake, and
it seems so like to me.
just like I like going there once a week. Just like it's just like a nice, quiet vibe.
Yeah.
I like Hermosa and beach to chill for every once in a while. I don't like everything in between, like inland.
Yeah.
But like Palisades and Topanga.
Palisades is nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
How about you?
I mean, I live in Venice because it's like central. It's got the beach here.
Yeah.
But LA kind of sucks. It just,
for me, I do agree that it's like a bunch of little towns or whatever, but like I hate traffic. It's really congested. It's really hard to get around. But I have a lot of energy inside of myself, and there's a lot of energy inside of Los Angeles, and that's not just like motion. It's also like this, like, I gotta get mine culture. I gotta be the best looking. I gotta be the richest. I gotta be the most successful. I gotta have the most followers, and it just like creates a environment where you have to notice these things because it's in front of you, and then it's like makes you feel lack, envy, or like I need to do more. And so like I'm not gonna live in Los Angeles my whole life. Like once Yobi's crushing it and I can live somewhere more chill, I want to have an environment that's more peaceful.
Yeah.
because I got enough of that going on inside myself.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's a great place to be when you're young.
Yeah, it attracts.
Move out here if you like vegan food. You know, we really promote you if you come out here to buy our products.
Yeah. No, LA is cool. Like, it attracts like a hungry, curious person.
Yeah.
But the city just feels so like temporary. Like, it feels like no one's from here. There's not a lot of culture. There's not a lot of kids playing outside. It just seems like somewhere where people go for like 3 to 10 years while they're like on their journey, and then but everyone's always traveling. It's like nothing's ever the same week to week here, which just makes it kind of fun, but it's also just like it just feels very temporary. It doesn't feel like super cultured.
It's not super cultured.
It doesn't feel like it. No, like
what does that mean?
People just come and go, you know?
Yeah, transient.
Yeah, I don't know. Temporary is just the only word I can think of right now, but it just
maybe that's because how you feel about it.
Maybe, yeah, that's my perception of it.
Because it's temporary for you. I mean, I felt that way too, but I've been here since '07. What is that? 17 years. Fucking ridiculous.
It's a long time.
Yeah, almost longer than before I moved from Texas. So
you grew up in Texas?
I'm from Dallas.
Oh, nice.
I'm a Dallas, Texas boy. Went to USC. Hard to leave. I mean, California is beautiful, and it's got a lot of opportunities out here, and a lot of cool people, a lot of fucked up people, a lot of homeless people.
Has every end of the spectrum.
Yeah, I mean, you can find whatever you want here.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people find trouble and they find hardship, honestly. Like, I mean, it's a land of opportunity, but like, I remember when I was going to USC, like all these kids from my high school, or my town went to USC, and this city just like ate them up and spit them out.
Yeah.
Like they couldn't hang.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah.
But he went to New York for college. How the fuck did you go to New York from Hawaii?
Yeah, I actually went to college first in Texas, in San Antonio.
Where?
Trinity.
Trinity, yeah. My buddy went
played
there.
basketball there, and then I transferred to a school in New York called Baruch in Manhattan.
So he's like a legit basketball player.
D3. I mean,
D3?
I played my whole life, but...
Are you like a point guard or what?
Point.
Shooting guard?
Point guard. No, I mean, New York was amazing. Like,
you liked it?
Like going is polar opposite from Hawaii. So just like so much energy, so much going on, opportunities left and right.
Yeah.
Like while I was in college, I was working at the first Bitcoin exchange in 2013.
Really?
I was like right when Bitcoin was like
turning into something.
Yeah, it was 12 years ago. It was crazy. Like there's just so much going on.
You own a bunch of Bitcoin, bro?
Not anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
I think
I was buying Bitcoin for $90 back then, and then flipping it for like 100 something. And I didn't have the patience to. I saw it a bit more as like actual money that you're like spending here and there, not like digital gold. So I kind of thought about it the wrong way, but it's all good.
Dude, yeah. So is your Bitcoin holdings funding Moku?
No, I was selling it. I had an amazing arbitrage because I worked at the exchange.
So you could make a couple bucks.
And it was really hard to buy it then. There was just like long waits and stuff. So I could literally just buy it and sell it. And I got a lot stolen over the years. I've had a lot of crazy crypto stories.
I guess I don't want to get in that, but I'm curious. How does it get stolen? Like,
I've had crypto stolen from my MetaMask wallets multiple times. I've had scammers, that people that I thought I was selling it to were scammers, like the whole thing.
Is it like safer now?
I mean, all of it, like each one, if I had better security on my part, I wouldn't have gotten it stolen, but you just have to like really follow the steps to be secure.
Okay.
Which I wasn't doing.
So you're taking personal accountability.
Yeah, precaution is necessary with crypto. I
remember my buddy in like fucking 2009 was like, dude, you should buy some of this. It's like $2. I'm like,
2009.
It was like 2009 or
Holy
something.
shit.
It was like $2 and I was like,
Well, you were in college then?
I was like, my buddy, and he was all about it. He was buying them, like doing all this stuff, like
that's wild.
He's made some money.
Yeah,
and I was like, nah, dude, like this seems weird. Like it's probably
50,000x.
Yeah, I would have been if I bought $100 worth. That'd be $5 million, easy.
Yeah, easy.
$100.
Yeah.
Right?
But the discipline to hold it for 15 years. 16
I mean, I
years.
probably wouldn't have even thought about it. But yeah, if I saw it go to like 30,000 or whatever, I'd been like, fuck this shit. I'm selling this.
Right. I mean, it goes
I'm
from
buying
2 to
a car,
100.
yeah.
2 to 1,000. You're gonna sell it.
What do we got? Okay, so
This is time to talk about more CPG stuff.
so what made you like? Why this product? Like what? Like
Tell us the story of how you got into this.
Yeah, I was working in tech. I was living in the Bay Area, working at an e-commerce software company.
E-commerce
Software, like big, like companies that were doing like hundreds of millions online. We provided like the technology for their websites. The search, the SEO, like a lot of back-end boring stuff.
So you were like SEO optimizing, helping them get the ads and stuff like that?
It's more for like organic results on Google, but also like their search when you search something on their site, like powering the analytics. Honestly, like
What was the name of the thing?
Bloom Reach. Bloom like flower.
Bloom Reach. Okay, so you're doing that.
I was doing that, and it was like my first job out of college. Stayed there for 5 years. It was like
so you went from New York to San Fran?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Cushy tech job. It was cool.
Tech job sounds nice right now.
Yeah, right. But I was like not passionate about it. I was waiting for like because I have a entrepreneurial.
Can I try some of this shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the lemon pepper. It hasn't hit stores yet.
It's like a match.
Yeah, so I was kind of just waiting for the next idea to pop in my head because I wanted to quit and start something. And then I had watched a couple documentaries on.
Actually, taste like jerky.
Thank you.
I'm from Texas, so like.
That's a big praise right here. Yeah, I watched a couple documentaries on plant-based eating.
Are you plant-based?
Yeah,
How long?
8 years.
He's real. I'm not.
Yeah.
So like, why did you? Let's talk about that.
Yeah, I watched Cowspiracy, which was like the environmental impact of meat and animal agriculture, and then What the Health, which was like, what processed meat and other meat does to your health. And I was like, all right, I'm just gonna try going vegan for 2 weeks. And I was raised mostly vegetarian, so it wasn't too hard. And I felt great after 2 weeks. So I adopted the lifestyle, and like, it doesn't work for everyone, but for me, like mentally, physically, spiritually, like it all kind of connected. So yeah, I started a vegan meetup in San Francisco after that.
You started a vegan meetup community?
Yeah. Grew to like 80, 90 people.
Yeah.
And I had everyone bring like a dish or a snack, and I made mushroom jerky for mine. And
did you like go on Google and find a Google recipe?
I literally went on YouTube or Google and just typed in.
This is the first time we're hanging out, by the way.
Okay.
Mushroom jerky recipe.
Yeah.
And I marinated some portobello mushroom, dried it in a dehydrator, and then brought it to this meetup, and people were like, "Oh, this is pretty good." And I was like, "Oh, cool," but not like even thinking about starting it.
They saying, where'd you buy it?
No, everyone kind of like mostly made their dishes.
Really?
Yeah, and but it led me to start thinking about the food industry, and I was like, okay, there's not many savory snacks that plant-based
Savory.
people can buy.
Not many at all.
There's popcorn and chips and nuts, but like when you want something hearty and nutritious, you have all the beef jerkies and sticks and all that, and there's nothing vegan. So I started playing around with my own. Eventually hired a Michelin star chef that I met.
Michelin star chef that you met?
Yeah, he was. His name is Thomas Bowman. He was the head of R&D at Just Foods, which makes like the Just Egg, and some other plant-based products.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah, and gave him some of my jerky. I took him to lunch, and he's like, "I can help you like take this to the next level." So he ended up leaving his company.
He left his company?
Not for me, but he was on his way out anyway. And him and I worked together for the next year. Further
R&Ding it?
R&Ding it, yeah.
Fuck
yeah, bro. So
this guy left a cushy job to a degree.
Is he your partner?
No, I literally just hired him for like 8-9 months to take my recipe to the next level. And then he went on to start like some vegan ice cream company that is huge now, I think.
Can you talk about
Eclipse Foods.
Eclipse?
Well, they raised at like a 200 million valuation, I think. But I don't know how successful they
So
are.
you hired this guy for 9 months every day to help you with it, or was it like every month?
No,
you guys
not every
did some
day.
shit?
It was like, hey, like I'm gonna pay you 30 grand to make a couple flavors of this mushroom jerky.
Mm-hmm.
And he switched from portobello to king oyster mushrooms, and then like played around with
Because
the
the
process.
texture probably is more.
It's more
jerky.
meaty. Yeah, exactly.
It's like,
Yeah.
it has that chewy. I don't know how to describe it because I've never really described. It's like,
Yeah, like
you bite it, it's a little like, and then it's like
yeah, it's
that
good.
jerky tear.
There's a lot of different things.
So
you can
is
do
this
with king oyster.
this is perfect. So is this like a king oyster right here that's been cut?
Sliced, yeah.
And then it's like you throw it in sauces and stuff, and you marinate it and mix it around and mix it some more, and then it's like. Then you dry it, and then you're like, then you throw it in the packaging. Is that what?
Exactly,
So this
yeah,
is like
pretty much.
This is like a little. Well, I can't see it with the lighting, but whatever. So yeah, I was curious. So it's not like you're not like shredding all the oysters, but it seems like they're cut.
Yeah, they're sliced diagonally. The
Yeah.
stem. We use some of the fruiting body too. But
Yeah.
mostly the stem, and then we have like a special cooking process and a drying step.
Yeah. And so like,
And then yeah, I literally took his recipe, like
Yeah.
his prototype, and I was like, I need to raise money for this because I don't know how to make it at scale, and no one's ever done something like this before. So
like mushroom jerky.
I mean, there's a shiitake jerky out there, but like to make it like not sticky or hard, to make it like soft and like a meat-like texture,
Yeah.
it was going to take a lot more R&D on a commercial level. So literally took a prototype like this in your hand and went to investors. Talked to like 110 investors over 15 months until
So you 110 investors over 15 months.
yeah,
Okay. Keep
with
going.
a plastic bag of jerky and a vision.
Not like this.
Not like this. We didn't have packaging.
We didn't have-
Literally just
You didn't have any
prototype.
branding.
No. I had myself, an advisor that helped introduce me to a lot of people, and the prototype. And I
Who's
brought
this
Thomas
advisor?
with me. His name is Steven Vigilante.
Can I finish this?
Yeah.
Good,
All you.
Steven Vigilante.
Vigilante.
I want to meet this guy. His
Yeah,
last name's perfect for
if
me.
you're familiar with or if you're in the food industry, you probably heard of him. He's the first employee at Olipop, but he's been around the industry for a while.
Yeah.
Also lives in Venice.
He's local.
No, he's from the East Coast, but moved here. But yeah,
You
and
got
then-
these U-line oxygen absorbent packets. You can
don't eat those.
You can save money. You can find cheaper ones. By the way.
Yeah.
I'll tell you about it.
Yeah.
And so Steven is advising you, Thomas
Bowman was the chef.
and he's like kind of like, hey, talk to this guy, and you interview 115 people in 15 months.
Yeah. And
What
God mostly
happened?
knows, but got
He
enough
didn't stop.
yeses to raise the first 1.8 million.
You raised 1.8 million with fucking packaging and a fucking cellophane bag.
Those were the golden days though, when all you needed was an idea to raise money. Now it's like you
What?
need to have 10 million in revenue before you can raise money.
What? What year is this?
2019.
right before COVID.
Yeah. There was just so much money in food
Really?
back then. Now it's like no one wants to touch food
Yeah.
investments.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Right place, right time.
So you raised 1.8.
And then we raised on Republic crowdfunding like as we were launching and raised another 600K there.
So you got a total of
2.4. And then we launched in January 2021. And then,
So you got your money 2019.
yeah.
2 years later, you had your like official launch.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna stop it right here, and we're gonna hear all about this official launch. I'm really interested to hear more. We're back to my lo-fi podcast. So you in 2019, with a Ziploc bag and a prototypical jerky from Thomas Bowman, And a little advice from an advisor, Mr. Vigilante. You went to 115 different potential investors, and I'm curious, how'd you go about finding the investors? Were they food related? Did you know they were food investors? And then eventually ended up raising $1.9 million.
1.8, and then 600, and then
600 and some crowdfunding thing, which I've never looked into. It seems weird to me, but was the crowdfunding good?
It was good back then. Now people are trying to do it and not having as much success, but yeah, I mean, so Steven Vigilante helped me identify these investors and kind of put me in front of them.
He gave you a sales list.
I mean, he just warm intros. That's what it's all about.
He actually introed for you?
Oh yeah.
Dude,
He's like, you gotta try this jerky.
This guy loved you, bro.
Yeah, he's
fucking nice, dude.
He's great. Yeah.
He's got equity.
He has equity for sure.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
He deserves it.
Yeah, absolutely. Just I was super optimistic about this product and where it can go.
Keep going, yeah.
But keep in mind, I didn't know how hard the food industry was back then. So in my
mind, it's fucking hard. It's so hard. Okay.
So it's just I was like a kid at the park, just free and green grass everywhere.
After you got your money.
No, just even before that, I was like, "This is gonna be the next."
So easy.
Just so easy.
I've done e-commerce.
This is, we're gonna get into every Whole Food store, every Costco. Then I'm gonna be a millionaire in 2 years. But
and I could buy Bitcoin again.
Yeah, but it's very hard. Not impossible, but yeah, I was just super optimistic, and I think there's something to that in not knowing what you don't know.
Naivete.
Yeah, it's great. It's a drug.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Until it's demolished.
And ride that as long as you can.
Yeah.
And even now when people are starting companies, I have to be careful and being no, don't start that. That's a crowded category.
You say that to...
No, I have to check myself because I want to be real to them. Someone was just I want to start a mushroom peanut butter or nut butter company. And I was like,
let me taste that first and foremost.
Well, I was like, did you taste it yet? I don't know if that tastes good, but I'm the peanut butter category is slow. There's so much competition, but I don't want to kill their vibe because that energy is what gets you through to the next stage.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Can I stop you?
Yeah.
When people say they want to start a food business, I'm like, don't.
You want to be poor for 10 years?
I'm like, bro, it's a tough ass market. You're going to have all your margins fucked by distributors and retailers. It's hard to get stores. And my product's not shelf stable. I think yours is at least 9 months probably.
Yeah.
With no refrigeration. If your product is not shelf stable, you have to fucking live and breathe passion for whatever the fuck you're doing to keep going. And the money is hard, especially now. But you got 1.9 from people that know what they're doing to a degree. And then you had 2.5 starting out. If I had that, I'd be feeling a lot better about myself, to be honest. But so keep going your story. So you're naive, you're raising money, people are giving you yeses, you're creating a fund of some sort, I'm guessing, right? Or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the money went towards commercialization and R&D just to get the product out there. At no point I was spending a lot of money on anything in particular.
Because you didn't have stores.
I didn't have stores. So
did you do farmers markets or anything?
No.
How did you get feedback from people?
I got feedback from my friends. I was like, this is it. This is really fucking good.
Don't do that.
Yeah, it was very emotional and gut-driven business idea. Not a lot of market research.
I'm not trying to be rude. I just am not a fan of your friends and family for advice, for opinions, because they're gonna be nice to you because they're your friend. Generally, if you're listening to this, that's for this person that doesn't know that find people that you don't know and don't give a fuck about you to try your shit because they'll be more honest. And people are this is part I R&Ding and feedback is always super important. I'm always I'm hyper vigilant because of my childhood, but I can read people's faces. And I'm yo, tell me what you actually think.
Yeah.
Give me the real shit.
You want the real
I'm
shit.
okay. What's up? Okay,
Yeah.
It's not real jerky, duh. Like,
Yeah.
but does it taste as close as like? Have you ever tasted anything better? You know, like,
Yeah.
All right, so this guy is like totally naive, only listening to his friends.
No, I mean, I got
This shit actually tastes really good though.
Thank you.
So like, you got it.
Yeah, I mean, it's also not a product that you can make like in a small batch. So we had to go like pretty big
Really?
to start.
Why is that?
It's very manual. So in order to get, you know, economies of scale and good, like decent margin, you have to make a lot of it at a time. So that's why we had to raise a decent amount of money just to like, but when we started the production, like we didn't have any equipment. I had to buy all the equipment.
So
But we launched it,
Okay.
we launched it online.
and online only.
Back during a time
Right when COVID happened.
when it was very easy
2021.
to scale online. Meaning, if you throw decent ads up on Instagram and Facebook, you were acquiring customers for under $20. And when your cart size is $40 to $50, you can scale that.
This is e-com background.
So, literally when
Okay,
I
but
launched,
like, what's your profit margin?
profit margin was good. It was like, I mean,
You got 50% online at least.
yeah, it was like, it was doable.
Like this.
I'll just tell you what happened.
Tell me what happened.
So launched in January 2021.
Okay.
Within 5 months, we were doing 150K a month on Shopify.
A month.
A month.
Dude.
But we're spending 50K a month on ads, which 3x ROAS is amazing.
Yeah, I would take
Impossible
that all
to
day.
get now. I sent out an email to new and current investors just talking about our growth. Within a week, had $2 million in commitments for a new fundraising round.
Series 2.
Round 2, 2 million. More people wanted to come in, had to turn them down at a very high valuation too.
I'm kind of flabbergasted.
This was
Guy's
like
legit, dude. How did I get him? He's like almost as cool as Bill Gates.
yeah, and then I mean the story's not done.
Yeah, what happened?
Raised this 2 million, right? Got the money
Got the
in the
paperwork
bank.
ready, not signed.
Everything's signed, money wired in the bank. The day the wire hits, the acquisition costs on Facebook went from $15, $16 to $45 overnight. Meaning, when it used to cost $16 for a $40 purchase,
It's 30.
now it costs $45. Meaning
45.
it doesn't work anymore. So I had to.
Zuck wanted his money.
That was the
'Cause he's
iOS
buying
14
Hawaiian
update.
land. He's buying the Dole Plantation land. Anyways.
Yeah. So I literally had
So
to turn
did you
off.
keep the money?
I kept the money.
So
you know,
you
it's all
raised-
about pivoting.
You raised 4.5 mil.
Yeah. So then
That
at this
I know
point,
of.
I mean, keep in mind, this was never going to be
Are
like,
you breaking even now?
we're about to. We're almost there. People are probably like, what's wrong with you? But you don't, most people
This guy
lose money.
raised $4.5 million. Been doing it for 7 years. He's not breaking even.
That's most food companies that raise
At least
money.
we feel a little better about myself.
Yeah, for sure.
I have some issues. It's all good.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, I literally had to
you
turn
kept
off
the
all
money.
ads. Yeah,
You
kept the
turn it
money.
off because the ROAS doesn't make sense. You got to figure out what the fuck to do next.
Full shift to retail stores.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Were you ready for that?
I mean, retail takes time. Like, it's 9 months.
How many stores are you in? Let's just start there.
1,500.
Fuck yeah, bro. You knew I was going to do that. Is that why you did
I think 1,500.
1,500, dude.
Yeah.
who was your first store?
Our first store was Mother's Market.
Mother's Market.
SoCal. Yeah.
We do terrible there. I don't check it up enough.
I don't know exactly how we're doing there.
So you did Mother's,
Mother's and then Whole Foods.
straight to Whole Foods. Dude.
Straight to Whole Foods.
I've
Local
tried-
forager program.
Let's fucking go. Lisa
Lisa.
hooked you up?
Yeah.
Dude, hopefully hook me
you
up.
up yet? No?
Dude, I fucking, so I have a fridge over there. It's fucking broken right now.
He has
trash
4 fridges over here, by the way.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, this is why.
Shelf-stable, ambient product only. You don't want this life.
And that fridge died the first time I submitted for Leap. Did you do Leap?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was applying for Leap and that fridge died. I had no idea, and I sent it to her. And then like a week later, I tried a unit that I was
bad.
I was like, this shit tastes bad. I even like hired a broker recently. He tried it. He's like, this is wrong. So then I like
Oh shit.
stayed up all night and sent another package of it. I'm sure she just threw it away. It was like first impressions.
Damn.
So whatever. I sent her
I'm gonna
stuff.
bring you up during the next meeting.
You see her?
I have a quarterly meeting with her.
Nice. Yeah. Be like, hey, dude, this guy's legit. He's
in Walmart. He's in every other grocery store except for Whole Foods.
I'm not in Walmart.
I should tell her that.
Yeah, I don't want to be there yet. Because like my problem, like if I'm in the local Whole Foods, I think I can manage it. Because my problem is fridges, shelf life. Like that's my biggest problem.
Yeah, you got to move quick.
And like online commerce, I've never paid for an ad for it because like it's $50 to ship to New York.
Yeah.
My second best state. And like if my shelf life's only 90 days, and that's like if people are doing it right, like the customer's taking care of the product, the distributor's taking care of it, the retailer's taking care of it. Like if you fuck any of those points, like my product could go bad faster.
Yeah.
And so like I have 90 days to sell my shit. I feel like it's a little more stressful.
Yeah.
To take on more.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, refrigerated is the hardest, even harder than frozen, because it has to move quick, fast.
Yeah, frozen you got a year usually.
Yeah.
All right, so let's
I
go
have
back to your
ideas
story.
for you.
We'll talk about. I want to hear about you, dude.
Okay.
This is me getting to know. This is our first date, dude. I can tell we're gonna be buddies. Can you tell?
Yeah.
It's gonna be happening. We're gonna surf, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna play basketball though.
It's all right.
Don't let you force me to. Maybe I'll try.
Yeah,
I'll be good at defense.
We'll get in the water.
I get that aggro vibe. All right, so you switch to retail. So basically, let me just summarize and correct me if I'm wrong. He raised us a bunch of money, like a shit ton of money. I'm really impressed. More than I've ever heard anyone do it as easily. And then you're crushing it on retail, online, e-commerce. Zuck changes the rules a little bit because he needs to make his investors happy. And then all of a sudden, it doesn't make sense to put all your eggs and the $50,000 a month into e-com. So you're like, okay, how do we grow without doing that? So now you're going into retail. You get into Mother's Market, which isn't going to make you at all. And then you're like, how was that? Did you hire brokers? Like, how did you navigate like getting from 0 stores to 1,500? Because I'm trying to do that right now.
Yeah, there's a lot.
And that was 2021, right?
In between then, yeah.
3 years.
So, the first thing is I set expectations with our investors after that. I was like, look.
You sent a memo.
I sent a memo and I was like, the rules of the game have changed.
Yeah.
Things are different now.
Uh-huh.
We're still going to make it, but we're not going to prioritize selling online and putting all this ad money towards the direct-to-consumer business. And we're going to take the patient approach and get into retail and launch in channels that we feel we can do well in. The problem with retail is it takes a lot of time. A lot of these retailers have one annual review, so it's not like you can just hustle into it. It's like you might wait 9 months just to get a meeting. So had to patiently wait. Got Mother's, got Whole Foods, and then I was running out of money. And
how do you run it? Okay.
This business was very capital intensive. Like first of all,
So how many units did you make, dude? Like how do you where's this capital going? Sorry, I'm not trying to.
No.
That's a lot of money to me.
Yeah, when we were first of all, it took 3 different manufacturers until we found the right one. Mm-hmm. And when you do trials in these manufacturers, it's 20-30 grand a day. Trials to see if the production will work.
So one day of production
could be 20 grand down the drain. You're not using this product.
I feel like you could do better than that. I don't know. I haven't been looking.
Yeah.
But we'll talk later. Keep going. $20,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
For a full day, you're getting their whole team.
Okay, so let's talk about operations. I love operations because it's just I'm an engineer at heart. So these oysters are very delicate. I can tell probably before you put the coatings and drying them. I'm guessing they're very delicate, right? So I feel like you have to use your hands, and you can't be using machines to coat it.
It's a very manual process.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's a very manual process. So they're actually sliced and frozen when we get them.
Sliced and frozen.
Yeah.
They're pre-sliced and pre-frozen.
They're frozen.
And you're shipping them and are frozen. Where mushroom
We get them
oyster?
from China.
So Chinese ground.
Chinese grown, indoor.
Okay. Is there a cost benefit to having them pre-sliced?
Yeah.
Because they can fit more in a surface area or volume.
I mean, us slicing them would just take way too much time.
Yeah, operation
You'd
costs.
rather have it done where they're producing it.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we start.
Are you shipping them and shipping via sea?
Yeah.
And so they stay, how do they stay frozen for 30 days?
Frozen container.
They have frozen containers.
Yeah.
Interesting.
IQF is what they
Yeah,
call
IQ.
Yes.
it. Individually.
Yeah,
Quickly
the
frozen.
container's frozen.
Yeah.
There's other frozen shit in there.
Yeah, so that's how we were doing it for the first 4 or
That
5
sounds
years.
expensive, by the way.
Yeah,
Can you grow these mushrooms in America?
you can, but they're way more expensive. Just because China is like the
I'm saying
motherland of
if you
mushrooms.
can grow them.
I would have to invest in a whole operation, which
Yeah.
I don't have the money for. Nor would I
Yes.
want to. Like, I want to focus on one thing, which is
What do you focus on?
selling. I mean, we just switched from frozen to dried mushrooms. Literally this year,
To dry.
This year's been crazy. We
You switched to frozen or to dry?
to dry.
Okay.
Our margin was shit,
Okay.
and it like got us to a certain point, and then we're like, we need to switch to dried mushrooms.
Yeah, so big.
It's just way better.
quality gets
because
fucked.
mushrooms are 90% water.
Yeah.
So when you ship them overseas,
They expand.
yeah, it's just like if you
It
dry them, you
deteriorates
can
them.
fit like 6 to 8 times more
Yeah.
in the same box, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, our manufacturer shut down earlier this year, a couple months after I met you, in like May, June. So we had to find a new manufacturing facility and change the mushroom. So it was a shit show on the back
Like
end.
totally from frozen to dry.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we had to literally reformulate
Okay.
and find a new place to make it. So that's
Nice.
what we've been doing the last 6 months. And now we're fully set up in a new facility.
Okay.
New formulation. Product's better than ever.
Yeah, it tastes great.
But it was a shit show because we launched in Fresh Market in Wegmans this year. And then literally a month after, we got our manufacturer shut down. So we had no product for them. And the last 3 months, we've had no product in Whole Foods and all these stores. So we just finished a trial at the new manufacturing facility and then just shipped that product today. So
Today.
yeah,
And that's how I DM'd him. He was like in a kitchen. I was like, "What's up? Be on my podcast." He's like, "Yeah, cool."
yeah, that's right. I was in Louisville,
I
yeah.
think you were. I was like, "What the fuck's going on here?"
Yeah,
Okay, so how are you feeling, dude? Like, are you happy?
feeling good. I mean, like the first 2 years of this business were like
Astronomical.
waking up feeling so stoked to just like
jobs.
yeah, literally just like running off of adrenaline. Like this is like just so much optimism.
Yeah.
And then as you get put through the fucking ringer over and over and over and over again, the pessimism builds.
Yeah.
So now I just feel like I'm weathered. So like I don't get too excited
Yeah.
or too down. I'm just like, this is part of it.
Yeah.
Everything's like everything that's happening is perfect, but I'm not going to attach to the emotional side of it.
Yeah.
So even like when I got the email from Wegmans that we got in after trying for 2 or 3 years, I was like, cool. But like if I
How many accounts is that?
Wegmans is like 50, 100, I don't know.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Sick.
But I mean, I don't know. Like
What's
I'm
your
not-
shelf life though?
a year.
It's 1 year.
Yeah.
And it's like, is that just like it probably could be shelf life
More.
longer, but
Yeah.
it's like the quality is good then.
Yeah, I mean, it can go a year and a half, but we just put a year to be safe.
Okay.
But yeah, I would say I'm still stoked about the business. I mean, I still feel like we're in the infant stages, but like
How many investors are you trying to pay off right now?
I don't have to pay
What's
off any of them.
What's your cap table look like?
I mean, we got over 1,000 investors from Republic, so
Republic?
yeah,
What's that?
the crowdfunding site.
So like they have equity.
They have equity. Yeah,
That's why I'm never doing that.
yeah. And then there's another 40 to 50 that have invested just directly.
That are like more substantial percentage wise.
Yeah.
And it's like, and then besides the money guys, it's you. Like, how many people work
It's
Moku
me
every day?
So when I first started, I hired 2 people on the marketing team, and I had a whole operation.
How did you have all this money to pay 30 grand for the guy to R&D it and like,
I put the first 100K in myself.
okay.
Just literally the first year, I I was working at the tech company, and like I was like, okay, I need like 50 to 75 to get this off the ground. So
You're
like
33
no joke,
right now, or 32?
33.
So that means you're
27.
like 27 when you did this?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna make a decision to not pay any expenses. Literally zero.
To not pay any expenses?
No expenses.
Besides R&D?
No, so like personal expenses. So I literally slept, like, I hopped on couches, friends' couches.
You're like Elon Musk in it? Living?
No, I was just like, I'm just gonna give me like a month just to sleep in your living room while I work on this. And I ate every meal at my company. I didn't spend $1 for like 9 months. And then I saved up like enough to hire Tom.
Oh, this is while you were doing e-com.
Yeah. This is at the tech company.
So this is interesting. I think we're gonna need to keep going another day. But
I wouldn't do that now. Like this was when I'm in my 20s. I can just like
but before, so you were basically saying, hey, I'm not gonna spend anything. It's a social experiment. Did you have the idea for Jerky at this time, or were you just like, I know I'm going to start something?
No, this was when I was like, I'm in it. Like,
so you had already like gotten some data from your friends that were like, hey, this shit's dope, and you're like, I can sell this online.
I researched the category, and it was $5 billion for beef jerky and meat sticks, and vegan jerky was nothing. So I was like, okay. Plant-based milk was taking off. Plant-based meat. I was like, if this can hit 5%, this is a huge business. So then, I sacrificed like
quality of life.
A year. I mean, I was so stoked.
Did you have girlfriends or anything?
I wasn't dating during that time or anything. I was like, this was my soul thing. Yeah. Which is like, I mean, I'm grateful that I had the opportunity to do that. It's like some people at that age, 27, you're like providing for your family. I didn't have anyone to provide for. Like I literally, and I had a high paying job, and I was literally able to just put every dollar towards this. So definitely privilege in that sense.
Or just smart, or like, I mean, and driven. Like, you fucking chose to live that way to start this. Yeah. You spent a third of that money for R&D, and then, then you raised fucking $4 million. So you're about to break even. Like, what are the struggles that Moku is facing right now?
Yeah, like...
How many SKUs do you have first, though?
We have 6 SKUs.
Okay, cool.
I mean...
Struggles,
the struggles have been real with this business. Like, the first year, I got it all set up in a manufacturer in Huntington Beach. Mm-hmm. And I didn't realize it, but that owner was trying to take over the business and essentially steal everything.
Your recipes?
Everything.
He didn't even have agreements.
There was something in the contract that I missed. I had like a lawyer. Like now everything is super tight. Like I don't fuck around with contracts, but I was trying to like do everything on a budget, and I missed something where I don't need to get into the details, but I almost lost the company through that. And
does he make jerky now?
No, I'm pretty sure he's getting sued by a bunch of people. Like he was a bad actor, and it like my gut told me not to work with him, but I had no place to make this product, and like I was raising all this money, and I'm like, this guy like told me everything I needed to hear, and it was just crazy. But anyway, got through that, and then every time I've had my back against the wall with this business, like as soon as it like got so bad, like something would happen. Mm-hmm. Like I'm no joke. Like so, Expo West 2 years ago was literally about to run out of money, and I was in the process of selling the company, actually, a whole year process, and it wasn't like a great deal, but it was just like a safe landing. And I'm at Expo West, the big natural food show, like pretty much on our last legs, and I had almost $300,000 of product that was about to expire, like 2 or 3 months away from expiration. And I've been trying to get this account, I'm not gonna name the account, but I've been trying to get this online account to work with us.
An online account.
And never got a reply. And then the woman who's the buyer for snacks there walks by my booth, and she's like, hey, like...
So you had a booth that year?
I had a booth that year.
Last year you didn't?
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
I saw your after party, I didn't know.
Yeah. So this woman comes out to my booth, and she's like, hey, like, sorry I haven't gotten back to you, but like, I want to work with you. I was like, great. The next week, she sends an order for $300,000 of our product that was about to expire. And I had next to nothing in the bank.
What's about to expire? Like, does that
3 months away.
So
No, maybe 6 months away.
Yeah,
And like that's like
that seems like an eternity.
distributors. Yeah.
Distributors are pissed, probably.
Yeah, they don't want to work with 6 months of expired product.
Yeah, mine's
but
90 days. So fucking,
that's crazy.
it's okay. Keep going.
No, and that literally saved the business. And like, then
God works in
mysterious
beautiful ways.
Yeah, I kind of was just like, all right, like I don't want to give up, but like I'm gonna have to sell this company to this psychedelic mushroom company that wanted to buy it, and it wasn't a great deal for me. But I was like, it's so hard to raise money right now in 2022. But then this happened, and then it
kept going.
It just gave me some oxygen.
So like that year, how many accounts did you have in retail now?
So I had 100 retail accounts. This was 2023.
2023, you had 100?
And then, so that Expo
makes me
West.
happy, dude.
Expo West was March, I think.
Joy.
And then we went from 100 to 1,000 that year.
So from 100 stores to 1,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
But not through like too many, like we got Rainforest, which is like 300.
Yeah.
HEB.
You're an HEB in Texas?
Yeah.
Dude.
You should be in HEB.
Nah, I shouldn't. When I'm shelf stable. So you... Okay, you're interesting. I just lost my thought process. What were we just talking about before? So you went from... Okay, sorry. I have my question. So you grow 10x, so 100 to 1,000 is 10x, which like, that's a hard 10x. That's like
I mean,
in
it's
1 year.
Few accounts.
Yeah.
To get there.
And so now you're in 1,500 accounts. Is your, like, are you making more money online or on retail?
No, retail.
Are you on Amazon?
We're on Amazon. We're
How's
on
that?
Thrive Market.
What market?
It's Thrive Market.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't put any money towards our online business because snacks are an impulse buy, and like people want snacks when they want them. Mm-hmm. So I don't really believe that, like, I haven't seen one snack company like scale with like subscription or repeat purchase, except for one, like beef stick.
Yeah, they're cool.
Chomps.
They're like real meat though, right?
They're real meat. But everything else, like, I just don't think it's a good idea. I think retail is the way to go for
Really?
Yeah.
You're a dream crusher, bro. You're crushing my dreams right now.
I mean, different categories are different. Like if you were cereal, like if you're like an everyday product, like people are eating your yobe for breakfast.
Yobe.
Then
Yobe. Someone said yobe yesterday. Obey the yobe. It's okay. Yobe.
Yobe.
You can call it whatever you want.
No, if it's an everyday product, then like you can scale online, but ours is not. Like if you eat this every day, you're gonna get palate burnout. Like
palate, your mouth palate?
Yeah.
We're gonna cut that out.
I truly believe that.
I mean, you're being honest.
Savory
You're
snacks.
being honest. You're really.
I don't think you
have a lot of character and integrity. You know that?
Thank you.
Did someone ever tell you that recently?
I'm transparent. I keep it real.
I'm just telling you today. You have a lot of integrity.
Thank you.
Are you spiritual at all?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I believe in a higher power. I believe that this outside world is just a reflection of what's happening inside.
The outside world is. I mean, yeah.
It's not real.
It's like simulation.
I think it's our perception is a reflection of what's happening on the inside.
So are you talking about thoughts? Are you talking about thoughts?
No, I'm talking about your inner world, like how you're feeling inside. Like, are you scared? Are you fearful? Are you like emotionally damaged? Like,
yeah, I am.
Like, if that's happening, then the outside world, like it's just a manifestation of that. That's what I believe.
Okay.
So that's why the thoughts are so
You're
powerful.
kind of getting me like into the full. I got this. It's terrible. I have this like psychologist and philosopher in me that's like pretty masochistic. So, but what you're saying is, it seems very like how I see the world. But like, do you believe that there's other like if you never met me, do I exist?
That's an interesting.
So that's where like, because what you're saying makes me think that that's not true.
That's not true.
Now you're kind of like a brain in a vat type of fucking thing where it's like, anyway, so let's not get too crazy about it, but basically you're saying the way that you feel about yourself. So tell me again what your spiritual belief is, because like I I might be changing the podcast to Hawk Talk because I got a lot of interesting ideas floating around. But spirituality is something I like to talk about, and I think you have to have a lot of faith to start any type of business. So let's talk about your spirituality.
Yeah, my spirituality is based on a higher power.
Okay.
I don't necessarily prescribe to a religion, but I believe in a higher power, and I believe that higher power kind of lives through us and everywhere.
Yes.
And I also believe that we've come to this life with past life traumas and baggage, and baggage, and part of the purpose of this life is to go through experiences and challenges. And
are we talking about like Buddhist reincarnation type shit?
Yeah.
Or are we talking about like?
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
keep going. So you studied some Buddhism
and Kabbalah and
Kabbalah, yeah. That's
ancient wisdom practices, I guess.
Are you Hermetic?
No, what is Hermetic?
Don't worry about it. It's like
Hermes is the Kybalion, or anyways.
Okay.
Just keep going.
Yeah.
So
I believe that we go into this human experience to level up and grow, and everything is kind of happening perfectly for us to go through these growth journeys. So that's why every step of the business, something happens, something goes wrong, it's damn, this sucks, but it's no, it's actually perfect. It was meant to happen and meant for you to experience and grow through this exact thing.
So not Nietzsche has a saying, this Latin, it's amor fati, it's love fate. It's just love the fate. And Jocko Willink talks about, his thing is good. It's someone comes with you with bad news, you say good. It's good. It's hey, we didn't get that account, good. I can keep working on my branding, my marketing, and then when I'm ready, I'll crush it. Good. Oh, she broke up with me, good. She's not the one for me, good. It's and that's what you're kind of talking about.
Yeah, I mean, I like to tell myself everything is happening, best case scenario. We think we know what's best for us, but in reality, that's not our job.
Yes.
It's not our job to know what's best for us.
We don't know. We're limited beings.
Yeah, so going back to what I was saying earlier,
we can think we know. And we can move in a direction.
Yeah, which is totally fine.
That's
a North Star, and
isn't that fate? No,
goals.
That's what's it called when you have power over your life? Because there's the God that's hey, God knows you're going to do everything, but then there's we have free will.
Yeah.
So you believe we have free will?
I do believe we have free will. I think
okay.
Well, I think the free will is another topic we can get on.
I'm just.
But okay, so going back to what I was saying, I believe that the outside world and what happens to us, we have very little control over, direct control over.
Okay.
So in return,
outside world, okay.
Instead of worrying about what happens to us, worry about I don't want to use the word.
Don't worry, guys.
Don't worry.
Be happy.
But focus on harvesting the inner world inside you. So making sure you're healthy, making sure you're spiritually sound, and just calm and happy and all those things. And then the outside world will happen. We don't have reflect.
It's a mirror.
We don't have direct control over it. So focus on how you're feeling inside, and then also your reaction to the outside world is also something you have control over.
So now they say God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the willingness to know the difference. And so what I'm hearing is part of your philosophy, spiritual philosophy, let's say that, is hey, the world is chaotic, it's the unconscious, it's moving around in a million different ways, and I can react to it adversely or happily, but really it's moving, it's doing its things. It's everything's changing, right? But your spiritual practice is okay, how am I receiving this information and how am I processing it within myself, right? Because that's all you have control over or power over, right? The theoretical power.
Yeah, one, I'm not wishing things were different.
Okay. How do you practice that though?
It's a reminder, because I mean, like, my logical brain will be like, oh, if you did it this way, then this would have happened. But then I have to remind myself, no, it's happening as it should. So like, shut off that part and just like, because I think we constantly go from our heart to our brain. Logic, heart.
Yeah, brain, heart coherence.
Yeah, and I don't think we should be living from the logic side too much. I don't think we need to be problem solving and like. I think it's just like, if everyone was living from their heart, you know, you're not honking at people, you're loving your neighbor, all that. So I think like that's something that everyone should be working on.
Yeah. And it's hard to be living from your heart in this day and age.
It is, because then you feel like you're against people, but in reality, like, we're all on the same team.
Sorry.
No, so yeah, I mean, I feel like we can go in many different directions.
Yeah, I mean, Nietzsche said God is dead because people moved from like a spiritual, like religious point of view, and like science became a thing, which is more rational thinking. And like, you know, now people are always in their phone, like, information, right decision, you know, this person's great. It's like, all of that is buzz, which is kind of like the external world you would say. And it's like, it's so like, people like aren't really feeling themselves. Like, I mean, I have a crazy story, whatever, but like I like to function growing up, like to be a high achiever, like I had to ignore a lot of like what I felt inside, you know what I'm saying? And had to like try to manifest the external world in ways so that I could feel good about myself. But it was like a Band-Aid. Does that make sense? It's like, hey, I did this, but it's like, I'm not actually feeling whole inside. Now this is like therapy right now. Like, but it's also spirituality. It's like, so like where I'm going with this is like, we're all divine beings, right? Like we're all stardust, if you want to go from that perspective. It's like, we're all divine beings. Like everything has God in it, in my opinion, but like, we don't really tune into it, right? We're always tricking ourselves that things should be a different way. I'm reading like a book by Carl Jung, and he had like a really weird experience as a child where he was like, what's the greatest sin? Murder? And it's like, no. The greatest sin is to like not think that God is real. And he like, anytime he would think about it, he would like stop his thinking. He'd be like, I can't think, that's the biggest sin. And then one day he like, I'm getting goosebumps. He thought about going back, okay, my grandparents, did they ever think that way? And then he goes to Adam and Eve. And Adam and Eve, which is like religious text, but like, these are stories to teach you spirituality. God created Adam and Eve in his image. But God created them the ability to sin, right? And then they did it. So like that's an option for us. And so then he like allowed himself to like think that way, right? To like think that God's but then he had like a spiritual experience by like having the grace. This is a random story. I don't know why I'm telling this, but like where are we going with this? It's just like, the point is like, it is what you think it is, and like you can question things, you can not question things, and like I don't know. I feel like everyone like has their internal conflicts, right? Like I have a lot, but like it sounds like you've got a good head on your shoulders, and like you've been bringing this spiritual process to your life for a long time. Is that correct?
Yeah, I mean, like for me, like for a long time, like to achieve something, it took hard work and like brain power.
Yeah.
And then it got to a certain point where I was like, the more brain power I use is not reflecting towards like higher achievement. Like sometimes the more work and effort and energy I put into something, like actually got like reflected in a lower input or output.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, okay, like there's something more to this. Like sometimes like releasing from something actually helps.
Dropping attachment. Yeah, letting go.
I mean, like if I'm trying to get a response from someone and I keep emailing them, like that actually hurts it. So a lot of this is like,
you're not going with the flow.
Yeah. It's like really finding that balance. Like that's why I like to work on a couple of different things at once, because if I put too much of my energy on Moku, it's like you're watching a baby and like hovering over them. It's like, let them live, give them breathing space. So no, I think going back to what we were saying, like I think the outside like world, the external world is a reflection of what's happening inside. And I think it's when bad things are happening or things are not going your way, I think it's one, for me, it's important to just be like, this is okay. This is perfect. But also like, this is a reflection of something I'm going through inside. So if I'm getting super pissed at someone, then there's probably something else in my life that I'm super pissed about or haven't like resolved.
Yeah.
That's just like the, you know, the surface level example of it.
Have you ever heard of like reality transurfing or anything like that?
No.
Okay. I think you'd like it.
I do have a good like example of.
Let's hear it.
Okay, so like my vocabulary is a little off right now, but like we both surf, right?
Yeah. Sometimes.
And like you want, like I feel like you want to make sure your body's in shape. You want to make sure your board is good, all that. But like you can't control the wave.
Yeah, it's chaos.
I feel like the wave is like what happens in our life. You have no control over it.
Yeah.
But you know, you stand up on the wave and you're riding the wave, whether it's small or big. Like you're just adjusting. You're not trying to change anything.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's kind of an example of life, right?
I mean, it's like
if it's flat.
Someone told me waves are a higher power. It can be a representation of God or just life. Because it's like, I can go up there and try to hold up the waves as much as I can, but they're going to keep coming. They're going to keep coming. And it's like, even if you're surfing, it's like a peak's coming up here. It's going over here. Like you're in the wrong spot half the time. And you just have to adjust yourself and move with the flow of how the external world is. Yeah. But one other thing I want to say before we I think we should digress from this for a minute is you were talking about, oh God, my ADD just fucking shut off. There was flow. Okay. You were talking about how the universe externally is reflecting your internal. But like sometimes you're like wanting that thing and it keeps saying no. And like, or for instance, a lot of people like, for instance, one of the only reasons I continue doing my fucking business, sorry for the curse words, it's stressful sometimes, is because I get people DMing me saying, hey, your product's amazing. Hey, I like this. Hey, I'm getting people posting my shit. I'm getting this like feedback from the collective unconscious or collective consciousness that's basically saying, hey, keep going. And you have to listen to these things. And it's like, dude, if the girl's not responding to you, bro, like figure it out, bro. Don't keep fucking messaging her. Or like, hey, if no one's responding to your emails, just show up with samples. Like I did at Bristol Farms yesterday and then I got an account. You know, it's like, change it up. If something's not working, you got to change it. And you got to look inside to see, like, why are you so obsessed with a certain outcome being this is the path to get it? Because there's a million different paths. And like God is, God's a word for like the eternal, but God's opening up paths and basically teaching you along the way, right? Yeah. Do you agree? Like,
I agree. I mean, I think like that's where it gets tricky is like whether to give up on something or to keep going. It's not always black and white.
Sunk cost fallacy.
Yeah. And
you have that? You ever think about that?
Oh, absolutely. But going back to the higher power, like whatever you believe in, as long as there's something, I believe that like it's working with you as a team. Like I think if you ask your higher power to make it very clear if you should keep going, then there's going to be signs and things that happen that come into effect. To give you your answer.
Yes, for sure. And like, but you have to be willing to see them. And there's a grace that goes into seeing them or not, right? Yeah. Like, I don't know. There's like I think there's some stupid story that's like, person's in a flood on a roof and he's like, God, like have someone save me to prove you're real. And it's like a guy in a boat comes and he's like, hey, like, do you need her help? And she's like, no, like I'm waiting for God. And then like a rescue team of the Coast Guard comes and she's like, no, I'm waiting for God. And then like she's about to die and God's like, hey dude, I sent you a bunch of people to help you. Like you're not paying attention, you know? And so like being open to seeing, I guess, the beauty, joy, just the opportunities, like that's an intuitiveness that a lot of people generally have, but I think you can actually train yourself. It's like, and work at the gym to see these opportunities, right? Mm-hmm. Do you believe that like you can kind of like build that intuitive muscle, spiritual intuitive muscle?
To ask yourself like if this is what's best for your higher being and just to like get that answer?
I mean, like, I think it's like gratitude. For instance, if you're grateful, you find more ways to be grateful. Yeah. And I think it's just like kind of if you think about seeing where God is working in your life, you'll be better able to resonate at that frequency. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. And like, I think it's just about like reminding yourself, like it's about remembering and reminding.
What's your spiritual practice?
It changes, but I think like, you know, it starts with like saying 3 things I'm grateful for in the morning. And then I try to go into a guided or silent meditation.
Okay. Cool.
And then usually try to do some like exercise.
Spiritual.
Yeah. And then at night it's a silent meditation before bed.
Why is that?
Usually 10 minutes.
Nice.
But like what I was going to say is like, it's a reminder, like if everything in our life happened the way we hoped it to happen, or like thought it would happen, we wouldn't be sitting here right now talking about this and having a beautiful conversation.
Yeah.
So it's like, you kind of got to say fuck it to like your expectations and like what you think should happen and just surrender to what is and
ride the wave.
Find beauty in it and ride the wave.
Yeah.
It's like, we have no fucking control what happens to us. This town can blow up in 10 minutes. Yeah. And like, it is what it is. Like, we're going to enjoy these last 10 minutes.
Yeah. So, there's no guarantee for tomorrow.
There's not at all.
And that's one of the things that I totally agree. Like, I would definitely not be doing a podcast with CPG founders because my expectation was I was going to make so much money so fast. And, like, I wouldn't do it. But now I'm like checking out different things to see like, hey, like I want people to know how difficult it is because it's hard. And like maybe
there's also magic and optimism too.
There's some cool people.
Yeah.
There's some cool people. But there's no guarantee for tomorrow. And I knew, like, for me, if I didn't keep going right now, which is like, I'm losing a lot of money right now, like, I would be on my deathbed. This is an exercise I always try to think. It's like, if I was to die, like, if I'm on my deathbed, what would I want to do for my life right now, right? Or like, am I living the life that I really want to live right now? If I died in a week, am I doing what I need to be doing? And like, just that exercise, Steve Jobs used to do it. Like, it kind of like puts me in the right place because like, you know, right now the miracle is happening, but like you don't feel it, right? But like, who knows? In like 10 years, Yobi could be in every 7-Eleven and it's like I'm making good money and I'm like, hey, the miracle happened. But like, it's like you don't want to stop before the miracle happens either. And also like having adversity before the miracle happens gives you like way more power for when you have the miracle. Which the word miracle annoys me, but because even just not having a miracle is a miracle. The fact that we exist is a miracle.
Yeah,
it's
we've already won.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna grab a Yobi and then we'll like. I want you to try some shit.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, cool. All right, you ready? All right.
Should I wear the sunglasses too, or?
Do whatever, bro. It's fucking Yobi Austin podcast. We don't give a fuck about shit.
Amazing.
All right, so okay, spiritual talk got a little heavy for me, So, congratulations on your success with Moku. I'm glad you came on this podcast because it's tough out there, dude. Like, even when you get like $4.5 million in funding, it's tough. I've had 0 funding. It sucks. I'm just like pulling out like
respect.
I did farmers markets for 3 years and like fucked up so many times. Like this fridge over here, I sent it to Whole Foods. They totally got some fucked up shit for their application samples. Crushing it, dude. Amor fate, dude.
There's a reason for it, though.
Amor fate. I wasn't ready, dude. I wasn't ready. God
wasn't meant to be. Yeah.
Wasn't meant to be. And it's still broken. But like even like when I was like doing my first year at Erewhon, like that fridge was fucked up, and like I was sending stuff to Erewhon, like whatever was in that one fridge, waiting for my distributors, getting fucked up. Later on, like I don't know, maybe I shouldn't be talking about this. Whatever, who cares? It's real.
They weren't meant to have the best product yet.
No, I was meant to fucking grind.
Yeah.
Because I can. God gave me the ability. And like another embarrassing story.
Yeah.
Is like so like that's the ube. That's the new ube. Actually, just try it. Yeah, just try it. How is it? You haven't had it in a while. Is it fire?
This is fire, bro.
Yeah.
This is really fucking
The packaging, this is the new packaging. Since it's
so
totally
good.
new branding.
Yeah. It's beautiful. It's clean.
How is that?
Really good.
Is it thick? How's the thickness?
It's good. It's easy to
It's
consume.
not too thick?
No.
What's on your face, man? Get some red, dude.
Right here?
Yeah, what is that? Blood, dude? That's some blood, dude. It gets weird here. We don't know how that happened. Probably eco, dude. Anyways, dude, it's not from the Obi, I promise. Yeah, so this is a vegan product. Eco's decided to join.
It's really good.
Yeah, let's try. I want to try one. Give me like a. I'll try mango, dude. Do you get a lot of your jerky, dude?
I go through phases, and I mean, like,
I try it all the time.
we get sent batches to approve from the production runs.
Oh,
I love
dude,
how
this mango. The new formula is so fire.
it's really good.
This is fire, dude. Like,
It's really good.
I make my shit myself. You know that?
You make this here?
Not here at my commercial kitchen. I've been making them for.
Do you hire people to do it?
I have people that come in part time that like help me out. We just crush it out.
Damn,
what?
bro, that's crazy.
That's why I want to have the Olipop founder do, because like I formulated this shit right here is all hawk formula. Like I'm basically a formula. Like
You guys have kind of a similar ingredient panel, you and Olipop.
So we were doing
There's some blood on
erythritol.
my face.
It's fine, dude. You're good. We were doing erythritol, and like people don't like it because it's getting more sketch. Eco's loving this guy, I rebranded with like 3 grams of coconut, added sugar, and like using some Jerusalem artichoke inulin, which is in Olipop, and like just reverse engineered their stuff to my stuff, and just like like I just use Excels, and just like every week I just tweak it just a little bit. Like I'm adding more water because people have been saying it's too thick, and like we're actually going to be calling them smoothies soon. Like the new packaging's coming, because like it's not really yogurt anymore. We took out the fucking probiotics because like people want live probiotics, and ours is like pasteurized to get to 90-day shelf life. And in the long run, we're going to make them shelf stable at ambient temperature. Like I have this incubator over here, like that's some of the formulation for the shelf stable stuff. I'm paying a guy to help me do that. It's been okay, but like we're hoping that's good, because like I'm hoping to make it shelf stable so I can sell it on Amazon, do a TikTok shop, fucking go into Whole Foods, go to 7-Eleven. I can like chill.
Yeah.
Chill to a degree. I think for me it's chill, but like it's not gonna be chill. You crush that. I mean,
12 grams of protein is solid too. Like people want protein nowadays.
Yeah, and protein's legit, dude. And like,
what is it?
What do you want? It's almond protein. Almond protein is expensive as fuck,
but a good ingredient.
Yeah, so I'm starting out vegan. Maybe if like we actually like make money, like I might do like a whey protein that's not vegan. But like I think starting out vegan is an interesting like thing, because when I was doing farmers markets or stuff, people would be like, is that vegan? And I'm like, no, and then they would go away, and I just don't like rebuttals. Really feedback oriented. Anyways, yeah, ask me questions now, I guess. What do you want to know?
Yeah, dude.
It's mega fire.
Okay, you've been doing this for how long? And what inspired you?
The joke is it's like I've been doing it not long enough. I've been doing it too long and not long enough.
Sounds like if someone asks you how long you've been meditating.
It's like that's some vague, ambiguous answer.
Yeah.
But it's like the reality. I started it during COVID 2021, September. 3 years. Okay. 3 years is like, it's been 3 years since I hit a farmer's market.
Yeah.
And we've been in Erewhon for a year. We got into Mothers, which is like whatever. Yeah. Yesterday I got Bristol Farms. I hired brokers to help me out. They didn't. I got on my own. Yeah. Like, I don't know have you ever hired brokers? Yeah. All right, we'll talk. I want to talk about it afterwards, because I want to be. Anyways,
so one by one, getting these accounts,
fucking
making the product yourself.
Yeah.
How much money have you thrown into it?
Hundreds of thousands.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, like.
What did you?
I threw 25 grand at brokers who like didn't get me any accounts.
Damn, bro, you should do the commission only brokers. They're hard to find, but. More incentive.
Yeah. But okay, like I'm spending like $12K on this like formulation for shelf stability, so that it doesn't have to be like, that seems like good money spent. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I'm not making money, but like you also have to be in like thousands of stores to like make money in retail.
It's really hard to, like most brands take a while to break even.
This mango is fire, motherfucker.
Can I try it?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, go for it. I don't care. I don't think I'm sick. Let's try the strawberry, dude. We can try them all, dude.
This is really good.
I think the consistency is right. I think it needs to be a little less viscous, a little less thick, and I think I dialed it.
Yeah. It's like very close to like Go-Gurt.
Dude. Sorry.
It's good. It's like a protein Go-Gurt.
Where's this? Yeah. Protein yogurt. It's a pretty cool product, dude.
Yeah, it is a good
People
product.
fuck with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't eat as much as I have the mocha every day. But like,
You do?
I put the mocha in my coffee. You already had that earlier.
Oh, I thought you said Moku. I was like, you're eating more Moku than me.
No.
In their coffee too?
Yeah, I know, dude.
So what did you do before this?
I was a real estate broker.
Wow. Okay.
Cold
How
calling
long?
all day, baby. For too long. I'm a broker. I have my broker's license. I can start shop tomorrow.
And did you
I was doing that for like 5 years and just saving money, making some deals. But like, dude, I didn't like...
No.
Like, okay, yeah, you asked me a question earlier. I didn't like selling. Like, my family owns real estate. We don't sell. It's mailbox money.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to tell people, hey, sell your building to make more money. It's like, my heart wasn't in it.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like you kind of have to be like an alcoholic and kind of just like a slick, like really slick. Like, I'm slick, I'll be honest. Like, I know that I'm a hustler, but like, I feel like I'm more of a spiritual hustler where I'm not going to like deceive someone. And like, there's a lot of people that like make money that I think are a little lower IQ, EQ, and like, anyways, it just wasn't for me. And so the story on Yobi is I got sober 12 years ago. I just got 12 like 2 days ago. Fuck yeah.
Congrats,
and
bro.
then I got sober, dropped booze, picked up a coffee habit, which wanted to make caffeinated yogurt, which then created the idea for this, which was a caffeinated yogurt.
Oh, okay.
And so like, this is caffeinated, it's in Erewhon. And I started just like going on the boardwalk during COVID, like giving dairy caffeinated yogurt to people. People were buying it, and I'm like, and people were saying they want it vegan. And then I went to farmers markets because more people are like actually shopping for food than just walking on the Venice boardwalk, you know?
Yeah.
And just like every week, selling my shit, giving samples. What do you think? Hey, here's the feedback. Okay, cool. Just like feedback loop cycle is like really important to me.
Yeah.
Like fucking like, that's why I always ask, like, I think I was like, what do you really think? You know, like, what's up? What?
Yeah.
Every opportunity. And anyways, it's like, I'm doing stores and like, you think I make more content than I probably do? Like, I mean, I'm doing it, I guess. It's just fucking tough, dude. Like, I need funding, dude. At some point.
I think...
What do you think?
I mean, the tough part about CPG is you have to throw so much in trade spend, which is demos, promos. Like, brands do all the promos in stores. It's not the stores supporting the promos, it's the brands. So by the end of it, there's so little margin left over for brands. But this product, I feel like, I mean, I know the school system's hard, but this should be in like kids' lunches.
Yeah.
You know, because it's high in protein, which is what they're looking for. It's plant-based, and it's sweet, but not too much sugar.
Yeah.
So if you can get this into children's lunches, I think that'd be a game changer.
Yeah.
And tech companies too. Because I think people want like an afternoon like sweet snack, and they might be sick of a bar, and there's probably not too many options on yogurt and like cold, refreshing drink snacks that have protein.
Yeah, that's the vibe.
So like, I mean, we sell it at Netflix.
We sell at Netflix?
Yeah. And we don't pay.
So you got that corporate account?
Yeah. And the margins are low, but there's no marketing.
It doesn't matter, dude.
It's free for them.
Yeah, today I actually talked to a guy who's doing catering for food, movie, and film sets.
Yeah.
Great opportunity for me. I'm not going to make money, but I feel like those are the types of people that are going to be posting it.
Yeah.
And like going to Erewhon anyways.
Yeah.
Like my vision, so like now I'm like pitching you as like an investor. You're not going to be an investor, but like my vision, like for me, it's a binary thing. It's like, look, if by March, the shelf-stable formula, so basically we're paying this guy, and then I'm probably going to go to the UC Davis to like pay for like, because the machinery is really expensive, $3,000 a day to go in there. I'm going to bring in my guy, bring in the formulator, and my guy who like helps me make these, and we're just going to do like a bunch of experiments with the right equipment just to dial the formula perfect for shelf stability, because that is the fucking key.
Do you need gums or anything?
Fuck gums, no.
Okay.
Pectin, he's been using pectin, which I'm pretty indifferent to. I looked it up. Like,
I mean, if Olipop can be shelf stable, this can too.
I mean, yes. The problem, well, first of all, like, are you actually interested in the science and like the things that go? So the problem with Olipop doesn't have protein. Protein at a high temperature denatures and it creates like crumbling and like things get crazy. Because I mean, basically to make things shelf stable, it has to go over high temperature and pressure. And like when you have proteins, they behave differently. So it's a lot bigger like engineering feat, like to like make it taste good and have the right consistency. But we're doing it, dude.
We're doing it, man.
I have that reality distortion kind of like he has, where it's like, we're going to do it. We're going to make it happen. But like, my goal is like, if the product doesn't taste as good or better, shelf stable, like the eject cord probability grows a lot more, because it's a lot harder to scale retail. Like, it's going to be a lot more arduous journey, unless like Whole Foods takes me and we have success and things like that. Like, then yeah, maybe I keep going. But like, I think it really, like, my vision of it is exactly like you're saying. It's like subscription to families that throw them in lunch boxes, fucking send them to like offices around the world, around America, because this is like a perfect thing to like have right next to your laptop while you're working, like, and just have a snack.
I would
like
eat this every day at the last tech company I was at.
Yeah. And like,
how much? What is it retail for? $10?
$10? No, $5.29 Erewhon, but like we're working on Unify. Who's your distributors? Who's your distributors?
Unify, KeHE, Jetway.
Yeah, I've been dealing with Unify's pricing issues. The brokers fucked it up, and like I'm fixing it. I don't want to get into it, but but with Unify, it should be $4.99, and so the goal is to be $4.99, and then like my margin's like 45% if we're like manufacturing like currently with my own team, like efficiently, which I think I can get to. But like if it's shelf stable, my margin goes to 54 for retail.
That's great.
And then maybe we lower it to $3.99. Like that's my end goal, is to like lower it to $3.99, and then I think like you really have like something going for you.
Totally, yeah.
That's the vision. But like you need, like, the problem is this is not like, I'm not selling a Lamborghini, bro. I'm selling something that's like $4.
Yeah, $4 or $5.
And
yeah, I mean, I was like decently hungry, and I had one of these 12 grams of protein, 9 grams of fiber, and like I'm pretty filled up right now.
Oh, we have the same fiber content right now, man.
Yeah.
You were like trying to talk shit. He was trying to talk shit earlier.
What?
You were like, I got more fiber than you.
No, more fiber than protein in the jerky.
I thought you were talking about Yobi.
No,
I felt that vibe. I was like, dude.
No.
I was like, I don't know, dude. Like, because the old formula, you're right. I only had like 5.
Yeah.
But with this,
I didn't even know how much fiber you had.
Yeah, I thought you had looked it up. That's why I was like, he looked up my shit, dude.
I'm just talking shit. Like,
I thought you were, dude. I was like, this guy's fucking did his homework. I'm like, bro, it's competition. I think I say it's in the camera somewhere.
I was, I think I missed that, or
maybe
like,
that's
right by me.
I thought I like
sizing you up.
I was like, dude. I was like, dude, I got fiber, bro. Fuck you. Yeah, no, the fiber's cool. I don't think the shelf stable one will have as much fiber, but it's okay, dude. It'll be shelf stable. You can't win them all.
Yeah, it's a vibe.
How many grams you got? 56 grams? Dude, I have like, what? I got way more grams than him.
Yeah, you have 2.5 times.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive that like 1/3 of mine, basically, you have as much protein. Those oysters have a lot of protein.
Mushrooms have a lot of protein.
I never knew that.
I mean, not a lot, but decent amount.
Dude, I love my products sometimes.
Dude, sometimes, always, man.
Not always.
Yeah.
So like, I haven't raised money. Like, part of the things that I'm like, my plan, I'm just curious for like your perspective and whatever is being recorded. Like, my plan is to get the shelf stable formula down.
Yeah.
And then I raise money, because I feel like investors' appetite is going to increase, because it's like, hey, here's this, and now I can open up e-com. I can open up like way more retail channels. It's gonna be a lot less liability.
Yeah.
And then I go on Shark Tank. Like, I want to go on Shark Tank.
This would be a great Shark Tank.
I'm gonna wear that fucking wig, dude. Go on Shark Tank, because like I know the sharks are gonna say, "Oh, it's not shelf stable. That's a pain in the ass. I'm out." And I'm just gonna be like, dude, I de-risked it for you, bro. Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah. Got you guys. No, this would be great on Shark Tank.
Yeah.
You can raise like 250 once you get the new formula.
250,000?
I think 250, get to at least $1 million in sales, and then raise $1 million.
Yeah.
And then be
He made 1.9 with no fucking sales, dude.
1.9 what?
$1 million, dude.
In revenue?
Right. That's how you raise.
I was doing one. Oh, I raised 5.
You raised, no, but your first round. You raised like almost $2 million without any sales.
2.6, yeah.
That's fucking crazy. And now he's telling me with a little sales, like, I can maybe get 250. Is that the difference in the fucking market?
Dude, it's way different, man. Like, I'm telling you, back in 2019, I had a plastic bag of jerky pitched the vision to these investors, and one of them put $500,000 down, like, and then you talk to 20 in a row and you get no's. And then one's like,
but once you have
this one guy, I mean, this is the weird thing about startups and entrepreneurship is like, it's not a linear success rate. Like you might go hard for 30 days and nothing happens. And then all of a sudden, I can't remember his name. I talked to this one guy and he wasn't even listening to my pitch. He's like, do you want $44,444 or $88,888? He's like, I only do Chinese number systems.
Fours?
And I was like, that's 88,000.
Yeah.
No doubt. He's like, okay, send me the wire information. I'm like, wait, it's that easy?
Yeah.
Another woman DM'd me on Instagram.
Was he Chinese though? Four is a bad number.
White guy. I went to a Lakers game with him.
He doesn't know Chinese culture. Fours is not a good number.
That's why I picked 88.
Yeah, 88.
Another woman, no joke, like going through all these investor meetings, like, you know, pitching, getting rejected, and
all right, we need to like transmute some of your energy with my energy, and like,
I mean, I
need some of this in my life.
There's no like planning for that. It's just like trusting that the right things will come at the right time.
That's how I feel. That's why I've been like, I mean, I've turned down
like low-key investor inquiries since day one. I've been like, nah, like, because I believe in myself.
Yeah.
And I just want to like take it to a level where like I can raise real money.
Yeah.
But now, like, whatever. It's like,
yeah, you want to get to the point where
I want the right strategic investors where they're giving me money, but they're like, hey, dude, they can make a phone call and like open accounts or do something for me. Like, money.
That's something I never got.
Like, money is money, right? But like, people that can help you, I think is way more valuable.
It's rare.
What?
Finding that.
Rich
I haven't found
partners?
that. And we have 7 VCs. Not one has helped strategically.
Really?
If you're watching this, don't take it personal, but we've got no strategic help from VCs. They just don't.
Do you regret taking all that money?
No, I needed every cent of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because like one of the reasons that I did my MBA and stuff, like, and a lot of the people that raise money, it turns on a like clock for you to like.
It puts the pressure on, but like
pressure to like sell more, and like it's just like it's not really like building a core for the company to a degree. Like you want to just like create more sales so that you can get the next round of funding. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I think that's for companies that like spend all the money they're raising on like campaigns and stuff. But for us, like we needed it for production and actual shit.
Okay. How many units do you produce at a time? I'm curious. And then let's cut the shit off.
Yeah. Up until a couple months ago, the co-man was producing every day.
How many?
Super inefficient, like
how many units
1,000 units a day.
1,000 a day.
Like that's not productive at all.
No, that's
not
terrible.
Efficient. It's terrible.
I make whatever.
Yeah, it's just not good. And then now we're making 8,000 a day.
Okay, that seems like
and then
good. And then is that one SKU 8,000 a day?
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
No
My
worries.
operations brain's going. And so, are you running every day still? Or
no, we just moved into a new facility, so they're gonna do like until we stock up. They'll probably get us to like 10,000 units of each SKU, and then wait until we sell it, and then start up.
So is it like a commissary kitchen that you didn't bring your stuff in, or so like what do you do
co-man.
on the co-man? It's just a co-man.
A co-man. Yeah.
Okay.
We pay per tolling per unit.
Per tolling. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. And then shipping's pretty easy with your products. Very light.
Yeah.
And it's like you sell them in display cases, I guess, to like your Unify accounts. And
the operations side has actually been great. I mean, like I run the operations, and I haven't had to put that much work. The team now is myself and Forbes Fisher, legend of a guy. Just like one of those people that I was going to sell my company 2 years ago, and I met him shortly before this trade show, and he came to my booth at the trade show and was like, we were just, shooting the shit. Yeah. And he's like, bro, don't sell your company. Like you really have something here. And I was like, well, then I need someone to join me because I'm burnt out. I can't keep doing this alone. And he's like, I'll join you. And this guy's like done everything. Yeah. Okay. I'm not like equity. Like he
seems super chill, dude.
I'm pretty chill on equity.
Way more chill than me, dude.
Yeah. I'm pretty chill in equity.
I'm like I want it all.
Yeah. No, I'm like,
too hard.
I'd rather like celebrate with someone than.
Yeah, I know. Dude, it's fucking tough, bro.
No, he's amazing. And then once he joined me, he got me into Chibo, which is the airport account. He got me into Rainforest. He like.
So he's doing sales.
I mean, him and I both do kind of everything together.
Yeah. Okay.
But like, he's a veteran in the industry. He's been in it for 15 years. He's been a CEO. He's owned a co-mans. He just like knows his shit.
So he was seasoned.
Very seasoned. There's no guessing.
It's not just some bro that's like willing to do the work.
No, it's not just like someone like.
There was value added.
Oh my gosh, dude. It changed everything.
Yeah.
He was like the angel that kind of just walked into my like life, like right in my lap. And it was so effortless. Like we had coffee for like 3 hours and we're just like talking about life. And then he's like, yeah, I'll join your company. He's like, fuck it. Like, this is fun.
That's fucking awesome, bro.
Yeah.
And so it's mainly you two figuring it out.
It's us two, and we outsource marketing, we outsource finance, all that other stuff. And him and I make all the big decisions.
Yeah.
And
how do you deal with like, sorry, I'm curious.
No.
How do you deal with like unified deductions and all that shit? Like, are y'all handling it or you have some like
there's an AI company that is doing it.
that's helping you?
Yeah. I can intro you.
Yeah.
Are you with Unify?
Yeah, I'm like, I just read like 15 pages worth of,
So
like,
they only
other
take, we
fucking laws
can talk
and
about it
shit.
after, it's
Yeah,
boring,
but,
but they only take commission on what they win. So it's win-win.
When I like,
If they win a dispute, they take like 10 or 20%.
sounds perfect, dude.
Perfect.
This commission only shit, you gotta hook me up with.
Yeah, dude.
I'm tired of these retainers.
Fuck retainers, man.
Yeah, fucking prove your worth to me.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, well, is there any last message besides Yo Be Awesome that you want to give to the world?
Yeah, Yo Be Awesome was the one I was thinking of, but trust your gut, man. Like, the logical mind can like throw a lot at you, but at the end of the day, like, the inner voice in your heart and your gut is like what actually guides you. So, and I don't think anyone's gonna take me seriously with this.
Yeah, I think
but it's true, man. Like, there's so many times where you look back and you're like, I should have listened to my gut here. This person like gave me like.
You're talking about your spiritual guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, how many times did you make a decision and you're like, this person, I knew something was off about them. Like,
Every time. Dude, my ex-girlfriend, so many times was like, dude, like, I should pull out, but I wasn't thinking of the gut, you know?
Yeah.
Right? You've been burned before, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure.
But the gut is this intuitiveness that I think is like resonating with God. It's like deeper than like rational logic. It's like unconscious and rational all at once. It's connected to like the divine ether that's like indescribable.
That's guiding everything for you. Yeah.
So like you should take them seriously, and if your gut says take the leap into entrepreneurship, do so. And you know, the last thing I'll just say is like make friends. Like I have not made as many friends in the industry as possible, but meeting people like him that's done it like gives me a little bit more inspiration and stuff, because like you have to like stand on the shoulder of giants. I think in here, like it's tough. Like you gotta fucking work your ass off.
Very lonely.
And like you have to like just model other people's successes and take what they do well and take what they did bad, and just like hopefully that can give you the leg up. But like there's no guarantees.
There's no guarantees. And, you know, we can be optimistic about our business, but both of our businesses may fail. And it's like having that realization, but also being super optimistic and manifesting greatness and like nationwide distribution, but also being okay if it doesn't happen.
Because
it's not
God is teaching you in the process.
Yeah, we don't have direct
download.
No, we don't. We don't have.
We don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah. We don't have direct control over what's gonna happen. We have some indirect control in the way we like, you know, carry ourselves and train our bodies and mind. But like, if we get bombed, like we don't have control of that. So it's like
going back to this bomb, dude. Like it's a terrible way.
There's no guarantee for tomorrow.
Yeah.
You can literally die in your sleep. I feel like it's an easier way to say that, right?
Yeah, and
the bombs are coming, dude.
Everything is happening best case scenario.
Yeah.
And if everything happened the way I thought it would or I wanted it to, we wouldn't be talking here. And this has been great.
We wouldn't need to be on a podcast. We'd be on the beach chilling, dude, making money.
Which that would get boring too.
Oh, dude. I mean, it's literally, and that's the thing. It's like, it's all inside. Even
Yeah.
if you have the shit ton of money, you can still be miserable.
Yeah, it's fun for 10 minutes.
The struggles, honestly, like at the end of the day, we're gonna remember the struggles, and that's
Yeah, it
what we're
builds
gonna be
character,
like. That's
yeah.
the shit, dude. All right, brother, hug ya,
Love you, brother.
crush it. Let's turn this shit off. Over it.
Much love.
That was fun, dude.
God bless.
That was actually like.
That was fun.
I think that's one of our